For you folks, the Federalist, you've heard of that? Wow. A certain column put it all in perspective for the folks, including me and including the president. Again, he tweeted this today. 5 more ways Joe Biden magically outperformed election norms. Did you know that Joe Biden was such a gifted politician? You know, after losing in 2008 and what happened in 1987, total disaster. Did you know he was this kind of political genius? All right, there's some circumstantial weirdness to his alleged victory. Let's go through them. Number 1, 80 million votes. That's more than any presidential candidate in the history of this country for Joe Biden. Now, on a lot of levels, it doesn't make sense. That is millions more votes than Barack Obama got in 2012. Barack Obama, he was beloved. Hold on. Barack Obama was beloved, and he only got, well, about 15 million less than he did in 2012. Let's see here. Donald Trump gained 10 million votes than he did in 2016. And you know, no incumbent has actually gained votes and lost re-election in about 100 years. That's pretty weird. That's very, very weird. But Joe Biden somehow pulled it off. All right, how about this? Lost most bellwether counties. A couple of things here. Let's start actually at the state level. Ohio and Florida went to Donald Trump. We haven't had a president in 60 years lose both of those states. But Joe Biden somehow pulled this victory off without Ohio and Florida. And if you look at these counties, there are certain counties, about 19, 20 of them, that every year, every election cycle, they pick the president, okay? Bellwether counties, we call them, you know? As Suffolk County goes, so goes the country. You know the deal. Well, there are, let's see here, 19 such counties across the country. 18 of them won by President Trump. Isn't that something? 18 out of 19 won by President Trump. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Now let's compare Joe Biden to Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton actually did better than Joe in just about every city. Just about every city, Hillary Clinton did better than Joe Biden, except for 4 big ones. You notice anything about them? Let's go through them. Milwaukee, Detroit, Atlanta, Philadelphia. What states are they in? Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, Pennsylvania. Notice anything? All right. What about that blue wave that I heard all about? There was a big blue wave coming, right? Democratic losses everywhere. Democratic losses everywhere indeed. And let's go through it. There were, Congress lost 8 Democratic seats, and not one Republican incumbent lost his or hers. There were 27 toss-ups, 27 toss-ups. That's according to the Cook Political Report, when they can't predict a winner. Republicans won all 27 of them. All 27 of the toss-ups were won by the Republican. That's very, very interesting, very, very strange. Again, Joe Biden, if this is all true, he's some sort of political magician. Finally, Trump's primary. You know, he had to go through a primary. He actually did. And he did spectacularly well. He got 94% of the vote. Anytime an incumbent gets above about 75%, according to this, re-election is basically guaranteed. He got 18 million votes. The next incumbent who got anything like that was Bill Clinton in the 90s, and he got half the number of votes that Donald Trump did. That's pretty wild stuff. From the story, for Biden to have prevailed, it turns a century's worth of election data on its head. Huh? On its head. Joe Biden, is he really that good a politician? I don't think so. I think what made the difference here, mail-in voting. I mean, let's face it, Jimmy Carter raised doubts about it. We wouldn't have had it if it wasn't for COVID. States everywhere were just jamming this stuff in, jamming it in really, really fast. And we found this. Barack Obama had doubts about mail-in voting. Yeah, all the way back in 2008 when he was running for president, again, after just, 2 or 3 years in the United States Senate. Take a look at this.
People mailing in their ballots. Do you trust the security, the honesty of such an election process?
Well, I think we'd have to figure out whether this was fraud-proof. I mean, Oregon, for example, has a terrific mail-in system, but they've already scanned everybody's signatures who's registered to vote so that they can check to make sure that, in fact, the right people are voting.
Interesting stuff from a very honest back then and forthright candidate Barack Obama.